Being alone doesn't have to mean being idle. In fact, some of the most life-changing habits you'll ever adopt are the ones you cultivate in your own company. These solo habits, quiet, personal, and powerful, can transform the way you think, feel, and live. They're not about isolating yourself from the world, they're about building a stronger, more intentional version of yourself. The catch? They're so simple, so subtle that most people overlook them until they realize what they've been missing. Here are 7 solo habits you'll wish you had started sooner. Habits that turn your alone time into a goldmine of growth and peace. 1. Journaling your thoughts. Picture this. You're sitting with a notebook, a pen in hand, and no one to judge what spills onto the page. Journaling isn't just scribbling, it's a habit that unravels your mind. At first, it might feel awkward, like talking to yourself on paper, but give it a week and you'll see why it's a game changer. You start by jotting down whatever is swirling in your head. Frustrations from work, a random idea, that argument you can't shake. Over time, patterns emerge. You notice what stresses you out, what excites you, and what you keep avoiding. It's like holding a mirror to your soul, but better. You get to process it, not just observe it. Studies even back this up. Writing about your experiences can reduce stress and boost clarity. Years from now, you'll wish you had started capturing these raw, unfiltered pieces of yourself sooner. Because once you do, you'll never feel lost in your own head again. 2. Taking long walks alone. There's something magical about walking with no destination, no company, just you and the rhythm of your steps. It's not about exercise, though that's a perk. It's about space. You slip on your shoes, step outside, and let the world unfold at your pace. Maybe you notice the way leaves crunch underfoot or how the air smells after rain. Your mind wanders, sometimes to problems, sometimes to dreams. And without the buzz of conversation, it finds its own answers. A long solo walk is meditation in motion. It quiets the noise and lets you hear yourself think. People who do this swear it's where their best ideas are born. Imagine all the clarity, all the breakthroughs you've missed by not stepping out sooner. This habit doesn't demand much, just time and solitude, but it gives back tenfold. 3. Cooking for yourself. You might think cooking solo is just a chore. Why bother when it's only you? But here's the twist. It's a habit that feeds more than just your stomach. When you cook for yourself, you're not just tossing ingredients together, you're crafting an experience. Start small. A scrambled egg with a twist of pepper, a pasta dish with whatever's in the fridge. You experiment, you taste, you tweak. There's no pressure to impress anyone, so you're free to mess up and laugh about it. Over time, you get good, really good, and it's yours to enjoy. Beyond the food, it's the act itself. The sizzle of garlic, the rhythm of chopping, the quiet pride of a meal made by you for you. It's self-care in disguise, a way to say, I'm worth this. You'll kick yourself for not starting sooner when you realize how much joy a solo kitchen dance can bring. 4. Reading. Deeply. Grabbing a book and diving in, really diving in, is a solo habit that rewires you. This isn't skimming a blog or flipping through a magazine. It's losing yourself in pages that demand your full attention. Pick something that pulls you in. Fiction that paints new worlds, nonfiction that cracks your mind open. Alone, with no interruptions, you sink into it. You underline lines that hit hard, pause to think, and let the words simmer. It's not just entertainment, it's growth. Reading solo builds empathy, sharpens your thinking, and stretches your perspective, all while you're curled up in your own space. Years later, you'll wish you had traded more screen time for book time, because every page you turn alone leaves you richer than you were before. 5. Practicing a solo skill. Ever wanted to play guitar, sketch a portrait, or knit a scarf? Solitude is your training ground. Picking up a skill just for yourself, no audience, no deadline, is a habit that pays off in ways you can't predict. Start with something small. A YouTube tutorial, a cheap set of supplies, a little patience. At first, you're clumsy. Your chords screech, your lines wobble, but that's the beauty of doing it alone. No one's watching, so you keep going. You practice in stolen moments, late nights, quiet mornings, and slowly you get better. It's not about mastery, it's about the process. This habit builds confidence, persistence, and a quiet joy that's all yours. You'll wish you had started sooner when you strum a song or draw a face and think, I made that. 6. Meditating in silence. Meditation might sound like a buzzword, something for yoga buffs or people with too much time. But strip it down, and it's a solo habit that can reshape your entire day. You don't need candles or an app, though they help. All you need is a quiet corner in a few minutes. Sit, close your eyes, breathe. At first, your mind races. Did I lock the door? What's for dinner? And that's okay. The point isn't to stop thinking, it's to watch your thoughts without chasing them. Over time, you settle. 5 minutes become 10, and that knot in your chest loosens. Science says it cuts stress, sharpens focus, even rewires your brain for calm. But you'll feel it before you read it. A stillness that sticks with you, a clarity that sneaks into tough moments. It's so simple you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner, because once you do, you'll crave that quiet reset like air. 7. Planning your future. Solo alone time isn't just for the present, it's for dreaming up what's next. Sitting down with a notebook, or even just your thoughts, to map out your future is a habit that feels small but hits big. No one's there to nudge you toward their version of success, so you get real. What do you want in a year? 5? Where do you see yourself? At work, in love, in life? Maybe you sketch out a budget to save for a trip or list steps to switch careers. It's messy at first. Goals shift, doubts creep in, but that's the magic. You wrestle with it solo, no filters, no pressure. Over time, you refine it, and suddenly you're not just drifting, you're steering. Years from now, you'll wish you had grabbed the wheel sooner because planning alone turns vague hopes into a path you can walk. These 7 solo habits, journaling, walking, cooking, reading, practicing a skill, meditating, and planning, aren't flashy. They don't need a crowd or a spotlight. But that's their power. They thrive in the quiet, in the space you carve out for yourself. They're the kind of habits that sneak up on you, building strength, joy, and purpose. One solitary moment at a time. You might start them thinking, this is nice, only to look back and realize, this changed me. The regret isn't in failing at them. It's in waiting too long to try. So don't. Grab a pen, lace up your shoes, turn off the noise, and start now. Your alone time isn't empty. It's waiting to be filled with habits that make you wish you'd begun them yesterday. The best part? Every second you spend solo is a chance to grow into someone you'll thank yourself for becoming.